What's going on, Flickin' Fanatics? It is Jesse Swift, and I am fresh out of seeing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to the much-loved Academy Award-winning Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse from 2018. It has been a long 5-year wait for this movie, but in short, man, was it worth it. This film is everything the first film was and exceeded at being, and so much more. There is some really great humor in here, although it might not be coming at you quite as fast as in the first movie because it takes its time to breathe. There is a lot of character drama, there's a lot of emotional beats, and the trailer almost sells you something a little bit different. I think in the trailer it's just like, hey, look at all this multiversal action and craziness, and in that multiversal craziness, it's even more crazy than you would expect, but really the bulk of this movie is about Miles. It's about Gwen. It's about these relationships. It's about the fallout of the first movie, and there's a lot of twists and turns and things that I did not expect. The trailer shows you that Miguel O'Hara is taking a semi-antagonistic approach in the story, but there's something to understand there. And obviously, we're introduced to the character of Spot, voiced by Jason Schwartzman, which is a ton of fun. And I think you will not know what to expect with that character. And I think that's what I can say about this whole movie, is it's full of surprises, both pleasant surprises and plot surprises. And I won't get into any of the specifics there, but I had an incredible time. I was left speechless at the theater. I cannot wait for part 2, or I believe called Beyond the Spider-Verse. I'm glad this movie was delayed. I know it's a weird thing to say, but I'm so happy that we're only waiting a year until the next movie, because much like Empire Strikes Back, we're left on a cliffhanger of what are our heroes going to do next, and it just left us at the edge of our seat. And this movie is over 2 hours, which is a long runtime for an animated movie, and when I felt it not even winding down, but I felt like this is probably the point that they were going to cut, I was already in mourning and not ready to leave the theater. I could have sat for another hour, another 2 hours, and experienced more of this story. So I can't wait to get back to the theater again and see this. I think a really shining light of the movie is how much more we got of Rio and Jefferson Davis, Miles Morales' parents. The family and friend dynamic in this movie is really at the core center of it. And I think that's what you can expect. I think for the part of the movie that really centers around all the multiversal weirdness, you're gonna love it, and it's gonna be even weirder than you expected. But just don't expect the entire movie to be that or to focus around that. That's not what it's about. But I had a really great time. This movie is an easy, solid 9.5 out of 10. Now, you may be a little lost if you haven't seen the first movie, so in that way, it is not hindered, but a little reliant on you to have seen the first one, understandably so. But I have to quote a tweet review I saw earlier today where they said Phil Lord and Chris Miller, along with Sony, are 2/3 of the way to creating one of the best trilogies of all time, not just animation, but filmmaking in general. You're gonna see animation you never thought you would see, blending that is incredible, and there's just so much imagination and love and passion for the character of Spider-Man in this movie. I can't believe this movie did not crumble under its own weight. It is just an exceptional feat of filmmaking. Please go out and see it as soon as you can. Bring all your friends and then go and see it again. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is just an A-tier film. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you have seen it. Keep an eye out for our spoiler review coming tomorrow night with myself and Chris Anthony Lopez as we dive into all the things that we loved and if there's anything that we didn't love about this movie. So we will see you then. Like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, keep it real. Bye-bye.